So in a recent interview, I wanted to cover this because I love this. Natalie shared something that she'd been told about being an actor, which I feel like in the limelight and often a lot of jobs, but the hardest thing is you need to have such a thin skin for what you do emotionally and a thick skin for what you have to go through publicly, which is such great advice. Like, I don't know where you heard that, but I love that.
Yeah, another actress said it to me, and it just resonated so much because I was like, oh yeah, that's kind of the hardest trick, is to be able to turn it on and off like that, because the world will destroy you if you don't have a little protection for yourself.
But then your art will suck if you're not vulnerable.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so you need to be able to switch back and forth, and that's a skill in itself.
I know, but how do you balance the two? How do you balance being vulnerable and, because you're such a great actor, but at the same time, I feel like you've done a pretty good job at keeping your personal life personal, which is good.
Yeah, I think it is really like a boundary, like a strong boundary that you have to repeat over and over and over again.
Which is interesting because you started so young. Like, you were a kid when you started, so that's a hard thing to do.
Yeah, I think I figured it out early because I figured out that it was really scary to have that boundary cross, and also sometimes really hurtful if I let that energy come in that was negative. So had to kind of build those walls, but then you have to be careful, like you said, with your art, that you're not, and not just art, but also personal relationships that you don't keep those walls up.
Enter therapy. All right, let's take